It's so funny. Can't believe they still haven't fixed that. Try it on that. It can. Any car can. I bet you I can make a truck drift if I really want to. Like, remember, because it's all-wheel drive doesn't mean it'll drift. Put more acceleration in the back of the tires. Okay, so when you go to tunes, go to tune car, go all the way to differential, and then just mess with the balance. Well, make sure that your acceleration in the front. Now, I can't really tell you because every car is different, but how I do it for mine, the acceleration in the front is only 20%, and then in the back is 90%, and then for the balance I put it in the rear for 70%. This is how I do for my car. Okay, so the front, you gotta go. Ready? Alright. Okay, see you later. Bye-bye. Okay. Fuck. So Buddy, my friend here, was trying to drift, or figure out how to drift. He was having a hard time, and it's not hard, but it's something to get used to. Like, I can drift really easily with this car, and all it does, it takes practice. But it's not as simple as learning how to drift and then drift. You need to also know your tuning of your cars and your cars. You have to know your car first. Then you have to know how to tune the car to your advantage so you can drift off the car. That's how you become a good drifter, I guess, and how you can drift really well. After that, then you can learn how to drift. So obviously you need to learn to drift in order to drift as good as me. You know, it's not hard. Learn how to drift. Once you learn how to drift, then learn the car that you're driving, the car that you want, and then you know how it feels to then add the upgrades, the right amount of upgrades for the car, and the proper tune for the car so you can tune it. Drift with it. I find that any car can drift. You just need to know how to, you gotta know how the car works and how to upgrade it and tune it properly. Now, I was able to tune this car to drift really well around this little dome here. Now, you see this car has a different tune, so I'll show you the tune for this. Now, I'm not gonna show the other tunes because I do mess with them, but it's more work to show you that and to explain. But the main tuning you gotta mess with is not only with the gearing and the tires, the springs, the dampening, you know, the alignment, all that whateverness. You want to mess with also, which is a big help, is the differential. You want to control the speed of your tires, your acceleration. Now, I like to do this in all-wheel drive. Now, I can do it in rear wheel. It can be drifted in any way. Now, even with all-wheel drive, you can't just drift. A lot of all-wheel drive drifters don't, you know, or people who want to drift in all-wheel, it's a lot easier, but you have to still know how to tune it properly to still do a proper drift. Because you can drift with, like, in rear wheel and all-wheel. You just gotta know how to tune it properly. Even in all-wheel, though it's easier, you still have to tune it right to drift properly. I find even an all-wheel drive can drift just as fine as a rear-wheel drive car. You just need to know how to tune it right. So obviously, no matter what, your rear-wheel drive, your rear-wheel tires, your back tires, still need to have more acceleration than the front, because you can't drift properly if the front tires are more acceleration or the same as your rear wheel. It doesn't work. And then it only becomes a power slide, because to get a drift out of it, or a slide really, you have to get acceleration, and you don't want that. You want some acceleration, but you also want to keep the acceleration with the rear-wheel drive. You want the back tires to push more than the front. The front tires, you want to help guide it, but not too much acceleration, or else then it loses it. You know what I mean? So what I usually do is I make the front acceleration really low, but just enough so that way it helps pull the car. But not a lot that it's too much torque and it pulls the car rather than guiding it. Now with the rear-wheel drive, the rear wheels, I put it with more acceleration, quite a bit, not full, because then it becomes too much when you accelerate. Then it'll just spin out too fast than you want. So I keep it at 90%, at least for this car. And then it's crucial, you want to control the balance. Sure, you can put it on equal, but then that means it's still contributing the acceleration to both of them equal. Even if the front wheels have less acceleration in the front, I like to give it more toward the back, so 70% in the back. The front wheels are still spinning, still guiding, but not a lot, so it's considerably less. And this car, as you can tell, is mainly a rear-wheel drive car, as the way the tune is made. But it is not, how do I explain it, straight up all-wheel, because back wheel, because it's still got the acceleration still a little bit in the front, but not a lot. I can prove it to you by showing you when I got it, although all wheels are spinning. See, the back wheels spin more than the front, so it helps the back end want to push more than the front, so that way you can drive with it, right? That's what you want. Now, you saw that tune for this car. I'll bring you out another car that's got a similar tune, but not exactly the same. So, bring it out. Just gonna put it right here. So, go down. And we'll change to a similar car to this. It's pretty much the same car, but it isn't. It's another version of it, which is this one. Very similar, but it's not exactly the same. So I'll bring out this one. This is the car right here, and I'll show you the tune on this car. Now, I'm not saying if you guys have copied my tune, not every tune that I have would be beneficial for you. See, now this car has pretty much the exact same tune, because it's pretty much the exact same car, but as you can see, the top speed is a little bit more than the other car, and I didn't even mess with too much with the acceleration. I had to, well, actually I did, that's a lie. I had to accelerate, I had to lengthen the gears more, because this car had lower gear ratio than the other car. So to make the drift work for me, I had to lengthen the gear. So I'll show you me drifting with this car. I can still drift. I considerably need to work a little harder to do it, but it can be done. know how to drift, and then you know how to tune your car, and you know how your car works, it's very easy. And then there's that. Now I'll bring out now the Huna truck instead of the Hunicorn. Where are you? Here's the Huna truck. This one I find is a little bit more easier to drift with. It's a little bit slipperier, more wanting to drift than the other car. I'll show you the tune on this truck. I wouldn't recommend you guys to copy my tunes because you need to first know how to drift. So this one has the exact same tune, but as you can tell, the top speed is a lot less. It's not as nearly as accelerate, like really fast. So the gears had to be lengthened by a lot. So the first gear is what I'm always want, and that's, as you can tell, the first gear is quite a lot. So I'm gonna drift with this, and I'll show you how it works. So with this truck, I don't have to accelerate as hard to drift. I just gotta keep it sideways. That's the way it drifts. This truck's a little bit more finicky because it's been a while since I driven with this truck. So it might be a little harder at first, but it can be done. Too much is out. Wait, no. Let's do it again. That's not good. When it's facing, you don't want it to do that. Now this truck consists of more concentration for me just because it handles different. But I can still drift with this. It just handles much different. I'm used to the other two. But it still works. I can still drift with it. But anyway, so this one's pretty much like that. It was actually a lot of work than I thought. So my friend was trying to drift, and he doesn't know how to drift properly. He knows the concept, but he's not familiar with it. So he has to first learn how to drift, and he's trying to do it with particular cars, and he's not doing it right, and I told him he has to tune his cars, and he doesn't know how to tune it, so I kind of told him what each individual tune will do for your car, depending on what you want the car to do, right? So I told him what they could do, and what good they have, what bad they have, right? And he just has to find out what works for his car and for him too. So after he figures it out, he just has to drift with it, right?
You have arrived at your
it just takes
destination.
practice to learn how to drift, and then to drift with that car, with the tune that you tuned it for, right? So it's practice. That's all it is, it's just practice. So once you learn how to drift properly, choose what car you want to drift with, tune it to your liking, and then drift with it, and then maybe learn how to drift with that car. And it just takes practice until it does. It's not impossible, it's just challenging at times. I'm not a perfect drifter, I can't say I'm definitely the best, I'm not the best. I'm definitely need practice. I'm okay, I can't be better if I really practice.
You have arrived at your destination.
24/7 to be the best. I find I just do this for fun. Although I am good at it, I'm not the best at it. I have friends that are better than me at this, and they're really video game to learn how to be the best of the best. And honestly, there's no good at getting it. Like, honestly, there's no championship that I know that you can actually be able to tier amazing, like being at this best level. It's just a lot of practice. It's the same thing as if you're just racing. You know, being a competitive racer doesn't do me any good because I'm not out to prove anything to anyone. I find people who want to competitive, they're just people who want to are lonely and they're bored and they just want to prove they're better than everyone else. And I don't like that. I do appreciate that they put their time into doing it, but I can't see myself doing it. It's just too much work. It's too much unnecessary work to me to work my ass off to be the best. The reason why I got good at like drifting the way I am is because yes, there's a little bit of practice, but I didn't put in that much practice in all the things I did to get to this level. I just played a lot of racing games and then you know drifting on my own. And then when it came to power sliding, I just tried drifting and actually practicing. And then I actually learned how to drift.
You have arrived at your destination.
And then there you go, you know, I can drift decently okay. It's not hard, it's definitely something that takes practice. But don't put too much practice to be the best. Just practice to learn how to basic drift. Once you learn how to drift, then, you know, you're pretty much good. You don't have to be the best, you just have to learn how to drift, that's it. And then, you know, if you want to be the best, that's up to you. I appreciate that. I actually recommend it if you want to chase what you want. But don't go crazy for something you know you won't have any cure for. You know what I mean? Just chase for things that you want to do. I think that's worth it. That's all I can say. All I can say.
You have arrived at your destination.
It takes practice, obviously, but you'll get there if you just push yourself enough to get to that point. The reason why I do it with the Hoonigan cars is because to me they're the easier cars to drift with. Obviously with some fine tuning I can get them to drift really well. It takes practice to learn how to drift with these cars with the tunes that I put on them, and once I figure it out it becomes relatively easy. You just need to, you know, like I said, practice. Not everyone's gonna benefit out of other people's tunes. For some people that tune that they made is perfect for them, and sometimes they even think it's perfect for everyone else, but for those people it's not, and it's not because they suck at drifting, it's just they have a different feel on how drifting works. It's complicated. It's like racing. When you race with a car, every car has its own feel when it comes to racing, and some people tune it to make it easier for them to race. Now, not everyone's tune for the way they race is easy. Some people race different from others. Just like the same thing with drifting. Some people drift harder than others. Feel like to have their wheels spin faster, and then work harder to keep it, you know, for drifting. You know what I mean? Some people want it easier, so they want it to spin less. But, you know, to get less control, I guess. I don't know. But some people I see, they do this a lot, and that's not the right way to drift. You can't accelerate all the way through. You need to find the middle ground. The car, your car is telling you how it wants to be controlled when it's drifting. So you just gotta find out what it wants, and then do it. So yeah, you see what I just did? That's bad. That's not good. You have to keep it in its line. It's not easy, but it's practice. And with some cars, it might be harder than others. So for me, it takes practice, that's all it does. Yeah, that's it guys, I just wanted to show you guys it's not hard to drift. It's just, it can be challenging obviously for people who don't know how to do it. Basic needs to know whether you're all wheel or real wheel. You still need your real wheel, you know, the real wheels to push more than the front. And in just in case you're like, oh, I want to be straight up rear wheel drive, that's fine too. So obviously you need to still control how much acceleration goes in the back, because with too much acceleration, that means you have to now be more finicky with the accelerate, you know, the gas. So with less acceleration in the back, the easier it can be. But too little acceleration becomes not that good. So you want to find a middle ground. So with all-wheel, it's easier, but you still need to find a middle ground for both the front wheels and the back wheels, so it's not always consistently. My guy's drifting a limo, but it's pretty easy because it's a heavy car, so the back end whips out really easily, and with enough acceleration, you actually keep it drifting. Same concept, you can pretty much drift with any car, even with the freaking big trucks. One day I will tune a truck, a race truck, to drift. This guy wants to go to head-to-head. I'm not doing head-to-head. This guy's funny. I screwed up. Practice, but you can do that. It's really easy. Doing it in circles I find easiest. It actually took me a while to learn how to drift properly in a circle, but that's the proper way to drift. If you can drift around in a circle really easily, then you definitely know what you're doing. Let's see if this guy knows how to drift. I guess I'll do the same thing. Show him how it's done, boys. And girls, I guess. Let's see. What car is he using? He was using, I guess. I don't think it matters. Yeah, let's just make it more fair by checking on what he's actually using to drift with. He is using the Unicorn. So I guess it's just the Unicorn. So I guess I'll use the same car. So I believe he's just using this car. So I'll use the same car to match him. So I don't want to use the other one if he's not, because then he'll just think, oh, he's now it gets easier for him. See, we're using the same car. So, chunk on stuff. It's a lot harder to do it when someone else is trying to, because your eyes always likes to pay attention to things like that. What's that noise? Do you not? Alright guys, that's pretty much it. Okay, anyways. That was fun guys, I'll see you all next time. Peace.